Later this month, these two men are going to be embarking on a 4,200-mile cycling journey from Washington to Maine, all to raise awareness, though, for a rare disorder called Angelman Syndrome. So this morning we are joined with Todd Downey and Charlie Nuck to tell us about Bike for Briar. Thank you guys so much for coming in today.
Welcome. Thanks for having us.
What is Bike for Briar? What is this?
I can start. So Charlie's dad, John Nook, aka the Nook Man, he passed away unexpectedly in April of 2024.
Okay.
So his granddaughter has Angelman Syndrome.
Yeah.
John was very connected in terms of raising money for research to help cure Angelman Syndrome. So in his memory and to keep him connected with his granddaughter and that effort, the idea came up for a 4,200-mile bike ride, purely to raise money for a charitable organization.
And so how do you guys exactly go about this? I mean, 4,200 miles, that's quite a feat to put out there in order to be able to check the box of accomplishments. How did you even kind of create the whole 4,200-mile thing? And I would imagine it took a lot of prep.
Yeah, so it's actually an established bike route. It's called the Northern Bike Tier.
Oh, okay.
And so it starts in Anacortes, Washington, and we go along the northern kind of Canada border for a while, then down through Iowa, and then over to like New York and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
It's an established bike route, and actually this was Todd's brainchild.
Yeah.
And I heard about this, and Briar's my niece, and I was like, I love adventure. I'm gonna do this.
Oh my
so I
gosh.
actually bought a bike for the first time 9 months ago.
No.
Yeah. So
Wow.
and you just
Wow.
and you spend 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
You know, and just ride the Loveland Bike Trail, and shout out the Loveland Bike Trail. It's a good
Oh,
trail.
it's beautiful up there.
Developing a relationship with the saddle.
Yes.
Yes.
It's very important.
So this is going to be the bike that
It's
you'll
one
be,
of the bikes, yep.
that
This
you'll
is
be
the one
taking.
This is the one I'll ride.
Okay. So in terms of kind of weather, fatigue, anything like that, do you guys just kind of keep trucking through? What happens?
Unless the weather gets real bad, lightning
Okay.
or whatever, we'll ride through rain, cold, because it'll be cold in the Cascades, and it'll be hot and humid when we get
Yeah.
to the Midwest. So,
Right.
And we have a support supplying gear, a sag wagon.
Yeah.
So we'll have somebody within 100 miles of us at all times with supplying gear.
Like I was saying, this is quite a feat to put out there. What does it mean to you, though, to be able to do this? Because obviously you're doing this for a cause. You're kind of, 4,200 miles. You're saying, okay, we're going to do this because why?
Yeah, so I'll kind of tell you what Angelman Syndrome is. So
Yeah,
Angelman
yeah.
Syndrome is a rare neurological disease where it affects about 1 in 15,000 live births. And what Angelman Syndrome is it's the 15th chromosome doesn't fully develop, and there's an unexpressed gene in there, and that gene is responsible for motor functions.
Wow, okay.
So it has, so people that suffer from Angelman Syndrome, they have significant developmental delays and lack of speech and kind of impaired motor functions and everything like that. So my niece Briar is nonverbal, but she can still communicate. She finds ways to communicate. So that's kind of what's driving us is like, if we can raise money and raise awareness, especially for this, hopefully someday, neurologists have said that it's one of the most curable genetic disorders out there.
Wow.
They figured out a way to awaken this gene and have and give these kids a better life temporarily.
Yeah.
So if we can bring awareness, raise funds for this, hopefully someday we'll be able to hear Briar's sweet voice.
And okay, so how can people help at home? How can they track your all's journey? How can they get involved?
Yep, so right there. So yeah, if you, the easiest way to do it is to Google Bike for Briar
Okay.
FAST, F-A-S-T. And that's the organization that we are contributing all of our fundraising towards. So it's the Foundation for Angelman Syndrome Therapeutics.
Okay.
Another great way to help us, to follow, to support is we're on Facebook and Instagram, Bike for Briar.
Okay.
And then we also have a donation page as well that is through FAST. You can buy our t-shirts and our hats through one of our main sponsors, Brickhouse Nutrition. They put an online store together for us. They'll ship it right to your house. You can also sponsor a day if on that donation site.
Yeah.
It's $100 to sponsor a day, and we'll give you a shout out to a family member or whoever you would want.
Yeah.
So we're just trying all avenues, and the biggest thing is word of mouth.
Absolutely.
We just need people to talk about it.
Yes.
And our goal is 100 grand, and we're at 86 now, so
Okay.
we'll likely be at 100 grand before we turn the first pedal.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
And then you
Hopefully.
just got to keep going and going and going. Thank you
Correct.
guys so much. I got goosebumps about 5 times when you guys were talking.
Thank
We
you for having
appreciate
us.
what you're
Yeah.
doing. It's a beautiful thing. And May 27th, I'll be rooting for you guys.
Okay, appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right, thank
It's
you.
9:52
Thank
now.
you.
Let's send things over to Catherine, getting a look